Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jason24CF for EventHubs.com, bringing to you part 2 of our review of Ultra Street Fighter 4. If you already saw part 1, that was the player's guide by Brady Games, and you got to see that review and you got to see exactly what was featured inside that guide, and you also got my final opinion on the Brady Games guide. So with that said, part 2 of the review is now the disc release of Ultra Street Fighter 4. It came a bit late. It's already out in stores right now. Many players got the chance to play, but still many players are asking questions what's featured on the disc as opposed to, the DLC content. So I'm definitely going to cover that in this video. Already on the box itself, or the shrink wrap, is a score from IGN giving it a 9 out of 10. So will Event Hubs match that score, or will it be higher or lower? Again, IGN, I respect them, but again, with this being a fighting game and Event Hubs being a fighting game community website and I being a fighting game player and enthusiast, my score may differ from theirs because, we have more of a history with the game. We understand it more. We play it, basically all the time. So let me get to a few tests that I'm going to run on the disc to see, if it runs faster on the Ultra Street Fighter 4 disc as opposed to the DLC. As well as, again, what's also included. Are there trials on here, the costume packs, all the stuff that Capcom has mentioned to us and said that's going to be included with the Ultra Street Fighter 4 disc release. So let's get to those tests, and then from there I'm going to finish with my final review. Okay, one of the tests I ran with Ultra Street Fighter 4, the disc version, compared to the DLCs was the load up time. I assumed that the disc version would start up faster as compared to the DLCs, so I used a stopwatch to see what the time would be, and it ranged between 40 and 45 seconds if you hit start and skipped all the cutscenes and got to the main menu. So the disc version doesn't offer you any significant boost when it comes to the load time to get you to the screen. Okay, the next test is to show all the alternate costumes that are unlocked on the disc version. So let's go to my character, let's check here, and as you can see, the alternates are there. Now, as for the colors, I'm noticing that the original color that you can choose is only showing 4 colors, 1, 2, 11, and 12. But all the colors seem to be locked for some reason. Now let's try one of the new characters, the Capri. All her alternates are there. They're already unlocked. The originals are showing unlocked. Let me try one of the other new characters. Let me just give them all a test to see if this is something that's with new characters and the prior characters that were already in the game. And it's showing that so far the new characters do have all their colors already unlocked. And I probably have an idea why that happened. Let's check Ryu to see if it happens. Let's go to original again and see if his original colors are still there. Let me just check the alternates real quick. And alright, so I figured it out. So basically, I just loaded this straight to the console, and it seems that the original colors are not unlocked because I haven't completed any trials or challenges with the character. So that seems like we have to unlock those colors all over again with the disc version. The next test I ran with Ultra Street Fighter 4 was to see if the new characters had trials added to the disc. And I hate to say it, but unfortunately there are no trials for the characters added in Arcade Edition or Ultra Street Fighter 4. I know Capcom has gone on record stating that trials would be added in Ultra Street Fighter 4, but as you can see here, those characters are not here, and that's very disappointing because Capcom again has said that trials would be available for Ultra Street Fighter 4, and they're just not here. So I mean, that's a major letdown. Now let's check for the sound settings. Maybe the sound settings allow us to change the voices for in-game. And currently, yeah, it's still set up as it's brand new, so you still have to complete the game in order to change individual characters' in-game voice from Japanese to English. I did notice something. Let me go back real quick, and it says here Ultra Street Fighter 4 version 1.0. So maybe with future updates, we'll be able to see, that number change, and we'll know exactly where we're at. So as I wrap up this video review of Capcom's Ultra Street Fighter 4, the disc version, you got to see one of the tests that I ran, as well as showcase some of the features that this disc has. Having all the costumes already unlocked, so you don't, have to purchase all those costumes, is a nice bonus. You did get to see that if, you have a brand new game save, or if you got the game brand new, you're new to the FGC and you just got the game, the original color pattern, you're going to have to unlock those additional colors via trials, Xbox Live challenges, training stage mode, just grind and you'll be able to unlock those additional colors for the original costume, or you could just go to one of the alternates and have those color patterns there. One of the things that, you know, again, I pointed out in the video was the disappointment of not having trials for the 9 new characters that were added to Arcade Edition as well as Ultra. You know, with, you know, any member being new to the FGC, you would want to try those trials out, try out to learn those new characters. Fortunately, they're not available at the moment. Maybe Capcom, after seeing this video, you know, will address it and let us know exactly if, you know, those trials will be added to Ultra Street Fighter 4 in some future update. They have mentioned before that trials are going to be added, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot that they're taking care of at the moment, because, you know, they do have a title update that's set to release, I believe, on August 8th to address some bugs that happen in Ultra Street Fighter 4. So again, maybe there might be a future date planned for that. So, you know, stay tuned to Capcom as well as Event Hubs to find out exactly when those trials will be added for those 9 new characters. But again, if you're new to the FGC, you still have the rest of the entire cast outside of the 9 characters, like, for example, Young Yang, Evil Ryu, and then the ones added to Ultra. You still have the rest of the cast to learn those characters. If you're new to the FGC, I would say pick up the disc version, because again, you have all the costumes. You won't have to purchase a used copy of the game or the digital version and then from there have to purchase all the costumes separately. You can have it all on the disc, so that's a good bonus to have, you know, if you're new to the FGC. If you're already a member of the FGC and you have Ultra Street Fighter 4 via the DLC, maybe you may skip on it, or if you're in the need of all those costumes, then definitely pick up the disc, because you have all the costumes at your disposal. And again, maybe Capcom, again, at some future date, will mention trials for the disc version. So with that being said, my final score of Ultra Street Fighter 4 is, I definitely have to give it a solid B. It's a, you know, it's a great boost of life in Street Fighter, you know, after Evo and that amazing top 8 that we have with that amazing play, and seeing, you know, a character that wasn't considered to be top tier when Evo. Definitely, you know, the fighting game community is thriving again, as well as Street Fighter. So, you know, with Ultra Street Fighter 4, again, addressing issues that happened in Arcade Edition, where Vortex characters, you know, once they knocked you down, they had a huge advantage. Now with the game being more footsie based, delayed wake up to nullify some of those setups after hard knockdowns, as well as, you know, red focus to limit, you know, players' other options when they just go into autopilot mode and they're just constantly hitting some block strings. You can now hold on to red focus, absorb all those hits, hit them with a crumble, and then from there you got a big combo on them. And also one of the big features with the red focus is you can also now chain with it into a bigger combo and do some big damage. So if you use characters like Zangief, you could do a green hand to red focus, and then you could go into Ultra 1. You know, characters like that that really benefit from it and could really have other options to utilize their Ultra, or, you know, other setups to give them some good damage, you know, so they're not having to take risks to get back into a match. So, you know, with that said, I thank you for your time. You know, make sure to follow Event Hubs at Event Hubs on Twitter. And also, if you wish to follow me, you can follow me at Jason24CF. Thank you for your time. Go out and get Ultra Street Fighter 4. We out.